You know, there is a great deal of collaboration between our local law enforcement and immigration enforcement. In fact, every city in the country collaborates with ICE. But what we've said repeatedly is that we are not federal immigration agents. We should focus our scarce public safety dollars on chasing down the bad guys, right? People who are committing serious crimes. And in fact, it makes us all less safe if we're spending our scarce public safety resources on a woman who forgot to put her turn signal on and harassing her whether she has immigration documents. Now, again, we are not federal gaming agents. We are not federal IRS tax agents. We are not federal parks agents. You know, we're a local police department. We know how to police our streets, and that means building up relationships between the local community and law enforcement. Every serious major police chief in the major city police chief in the country will tell you that that's how cities are made safer. That's what we have focused on, and that's in no small part the reason for why crime, especially the most violent and serious forms of crime, have dropped tremendously over the past 3 years here in Providence.
Next question for Judy Whitman. Same question.
Same question. Well, I would never send out the police to look for anyone who's here illegally. But if anyone were arrested and there was a warrant out for them, I absolutely would have the police bring them to the proper authorities. The law is the law. I also would never believe in separating families, but there is a price to be paid. If you're here illegally and you commit a crime, you need to go back. You need to go back where you came from.
Bob DeRobio, same question.
I believe that we are within the city tying the hands of our police force in doing what they have been trained to do. Putting this additional obligation onto them about policing with regard to federal crimes or with regard to immigration issues is another layer on top of what they have been trained to do. If a person, one of our residents in the city of Providence, commits a crime, and in the process of the investigation, these types of issues come up, then they should be reported to the federal government. If the person if the police are out there specifically looking for this type of incident, then I feel that that's not the role of our Providence Police Force. Let them do what they are trained to do. Let them train for the crime that's in our neighborhoods, the larcenies that are taking place, the number of infractions that are happening both on the east side, the west side, the south side, the north end. Thank you.
Kobe, same question.
So the one thing that actually really bothers me is that we put these names out there, these labels, we throw these numbers. And the one thing that really bothers me is the Sanctuary City label. Because the only person on this stage that has done something for illegal immigrants and people that are here and being abused or coming from other countries is myself. Community forums, I've had over 30 community forums with law enforcement, statewide, Cranston Police, Providence Police, North Kingston, State Police, so on and so forth, with hundreds of people there of immigrant status, citizen status, and talking and engaging, rubbing shoulders with law enforcement. That's how you protect people, that by getting them to understand one another. So you can label this city whatever you wish. If you're not on the ground doing the work, it's doing nothing but putting a label on their back. So once again, I am for people doing the right thing and being here legally, but if we're gonna say that we're protecting these people, get on the ground and do the work.